so much for clicking. It means so much. If you would like to like this video, that would be really awesome. And if you could subscribe, we're almost at 500 subscribers, which is so amazing. And I'm so thankful for all of you. Do you have reader problems? Because I do. I have too many books on my TBR. There's too many books in the series, like 15. And in a series, the height difference drives me crazy. Well, today I'm going to do the reader problems tag. Check it out. Number one, 20,000 books on your TBR. And how in the world do you decide which ones to choose? The way I choose a book to read is I'm a mood reader. So pretty much whatever I feel like at that time, whether it's a supernatural or a YA romance or any other type of book, I pretty much just look at my shelves and the book speaks to me and I decide I'm gonna read Ice Kissed. Perfect. And then I start. Number two, you're halfway through the book and you're just not loving it. It's just not your favorite. Do you quit it and start another book, or are you committed? So I tend to be someone that follows through on my reading. It does take like 150 pages sometimes where I'm like, I kind of like it, or I like it but I don't love it, but it could still be a 4-star read. So if there's something in the book that I really am not okay with, like ableism or any type of bullying I don't like to read, or cancer, then I will stop it. That's when I'll put a book down and DNF it. But mostly I like to try to finish it because you never know if the beginning wasn't great, but the middle could be better and then the ending could be great. So there's always a chance. So give it a shot.
Hey Teresa.
What?
Do you want?
Hold on. I have to finish this.
Well, do you want?
I'm not gonna stop. I have to hit my Goodreads goal. Hi babe, yeah, I can't talk right now. I really have to finish. I know, I've told you, but I've had to been doing this for a while. Okay, love you, bye. That's funny. So it is getting close to the end of the year, and your Goodreads goal is going to be completed. Do you rush and try to finish a bunch of books to hit your Goodreads goal, or do you just leave it? So 2 years ago, when I was chronically ill, pretty much housebound for a good amount of years, I had a lot more reading time. I didn't have a relationship. I mostly just read. So at that time, I ended up reading 93 books in that year, which was awesome, but I realized it was kind of in some ways stressful. Next time I made my Goodreads goal, I made it actually kind of low so that I knew I would hit it. I think I made it like 55, and I'm like almost hitting it. So even though if I was close to the end of the year, I could read like some smaller books, like I could read some like audiobooks that are like 4 hours or 5 hours or something. But I've actually started to change my interest in reading, and I really want to read the books that I like truly want to read, and I don't want to pick like a book that I'm gonna just like not be enjoying just because I'm trying to finish it to get to the Goodreads goal. So in short, I am someone who is okay if my Goodreads goal is far away, but I ended up not hitting it all the way. Or I will bring the number down, because that is a trick you can do. So, yeah. Number 4, a series that you love, the covers do not match. That is my absolute nightmare. I can't do it. I had book 1 of Vampire Academy in the cover that has her face on it, and then I realized the rest of them I saw in this logo cover, And I decided I was gonna get rid of book 1 and get them all in this logo cover because they're just cohesive. And they also have the numbers on the sides with the logo, which is absolutely amazing. And a new series that I just got was absolutely beautiful on the binding, and the fronts are absolutely gorgeous, and they all match, and they're, you know, primary and then pastel colors on the sides. And that totally matters to me. So yeah, I cannot have a series that is unmatching when it's a series. If it's standalones, then it's totally different, and I don't care about the height on my shelf. Yeah. I'm so sad. Oh good, I didn't bend it. Wait, did it? No, okay. Did you press play? Number 5, everybody and their mother hates a book. Who do you bond with over those feelings? So I am actually going to go against the question and say I do not like agreeing with negative reviews or like trashing books or hating on authors. Like I try to spread love, positivity, and kindness, and that's just not what I want in the world, is this negative darkness around me. So I'm actually going to say I don't share my negative feelings with anyone about a book, but I do love to share my loved feelings and my excitement for new books that I have read that I will share with my friend Brittany, which you have met on my channel before. She will be in more videos. I just have to convince her. Number 6, you're reading in public and you're about to start to cry. How do you deal? Well, I actually don't cry very easily with books. I'm not sure why, I might be a robot. But if I am going to cry, I remember that I have makeup on and I don't want to ruin my makeup. And I look up and these are all my tricks to not cry in public. No. I guess I could just guess. Number 7, a sequel of a book that you loved just came out, but when you receive it, you forget what happened in the prior book or books. Do you cry in frustration? Will you reread the book right before? Will you just skip the sequel? Or will you go online and look for a synopsis? So I started a while ago because I read tons of series. And we're not talking trilogies, we're talking books that are 6 books, 10 books, 16 books. I think my biggest one is 24 books, not to mention my books that are 100 and something in one series. Yeah, it's insane. So how are you supposed to remember all of what happened in the 7 books before? Like Pretty Little Liars is an example that sometimes it's hard to remember what happened because a lot of drama happens. Well, I started to do this thing where I get journals, just pretty cheap ones, and I write down like either the synopsis at the end of the book that I read, or I write down like little details like this happened, this happened, this happened, like to these characters, so that I know, oh okay, that's what happened in book 7, that's what happened in book 6, that's what happened in book 5, and so on. And as it continues, I can just jump right into book 8 and I don't have to worry about not understanding it or rereading the book when I've already read it. So yeah, it's a great idea. You should totally try it too. I think so, at least. Mine. 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 No touchy. No touchy my books. No touchy. That was dramatic. Number 8 is you do not want anyone, and I mean anyone, to borrow your books. How do you politely tell them? It's a little different for me. I don't want anyone to borrow my books who I know would not treat them well. The only person I let borrow is my friend Brittany, and actually a bunch of these books are hers. I'm keeping them until she has a bigger place or we can kind of share books. So that's been our plan, and I trust her. She knows to take the dust jacket off and read it with the dust jacket off for the hardcover. So she knows all those things, and she would never ever ever dog ear a page. And sorry, I'm gonna call my boyfriend out right now. I was going through our Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus book, and I was turning the page and there was a dog ear, and I was like, please tell me you did not do that. And he said, I didn't have a bookmark, but we're still together. Anyway, Brittany is the only one that I would share books with, but other than that, I don't want people to borrow my books. I'd rather give them to them if I'm done with them and I want to get rid of them anyway, then they can have them. Plus, people don't return books. Number 9, reading ADD. You've picked up 5 books in the last month and haven't picked them back up. How do you get out of your reading slump? Well, please don't get mad at me, but I don't really get into reading slumps. If I decide I don't want to read at that time or that day or whatever, I don't call it a reading slump, because I feel like sometimes once you voice what the reading slump is or what the thing is in your mind, then your brain's like, oh yeah, I'm in a reading slump. I can't read. I'm not going to be able to read anything. So I just don't even say it, and that's how I stay out of reading slumps. Oh, hello there. Number 10, there's so many new releases out there. How many do you actually buy? This is also a unique one. I don't really buy new releases. They're 1, too expensive. 2, I can just wait for them to go to the used bookstore and then I can get them at a way better price. 3, you have to wait like sometimes weeks for them, which I'm not very patient. But there is a little bit of an exception if it is an author that I adore. Stephanie Meyer is my favorite author of all time. The Twilight series is, hence the apple, is the one that got me into reading, so I had to pre-order this book, including I got it signed, and it was a new release. I've also bought PC Cast's new book, because she is also an author of House of Night that I loved, that I wanted. But most of the time, I just like to buy my books at the used bookstore. I end up getting a better deal, having a fun adventure out, and it just works out for me. Plus, I kind of have a rule where I try not to buy books online, because, as you saw by my lot of books, I could probably get out of control if I decided to continue to buy online all the time. I would probably have like 1,000 books. Number 11, you get new books that you can't wait to read. How long do they sit on your shelf? I am a little guilty of this. Sometimes I get it at the used bookstore and I can read it like that day or that week, but often I know that I'm gonna read it eventually. Like, my plan is to read all of these books. People say I can't do it, but I think I can do it. So that's kind of my thinking with new books. I mean, some of the books are on my shelves up to a year or 2 years. It just kind of depends. I do like to go through my books periodically and make sure, like, are these ones I want to keep? Am I gonna still want to read these? And then sometimes that's a way that I'm actually like, oh, I want to read this, and then I pull it out and I want to read it now, and then I put it on my TBR book cart. We did it! We did it! Hooray! Alright, so we finished the reader problems tag. That was very fun and adventurous and exciting, which I enjoyed. I'm glad I had energy to be able to do this video. If you made it to the end of the video and you want to leave a comment but you're not sure what to say, you can type the word moon, M-O-O-N, because it says full moon, or you can do the moon emoji, and then I will know you made it to the end of the video. Remember, you can find magic wherever you look. Sit back and relax. All you need is a book. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye! Okay, now. So bright. Wait like 3 seconds before you interrupt. Oh, you didn't tell me. You're supposed to tell me when you play it.
It's playing.
And a new season. Ugh. What? I don't want to throw it.
Well, you can really throw it. That looks dumb. Just throw it on the ground. You don't have to throw it real far.